Good morning, everyone. It is a Monday morning. And just how I said Saturdays feel like Saturday, regardless of when you work, I'm pretty sure Mondays feel like Monday, regardless of when you work. Because today is feeling like a Monday. I don't know about y'all guys. Use guys. But yeah, it feels like a Monday to me. And there's no real reason I should even know what a Monday feels like because it's in the middle of my week. But it does. I hope you guys are handling it as well as can be. Good morning, drummer 0701. Always here bright and early. I love that. I appreciate that. Ready to talk about knives, huh? You are here and ready to go. I am here also, but I don't know how ready to go I am. I guess we're just talking about knives, so don't have to be real ready to go. Somehow I've made it 45 days. I guess I can make it number 46. Yeah, I saw that you posted in the Discord earlier. I'm sure you know that I work nights by watching these videos, so I wouldn't say I'm a morning person, but I am awake in the mornings. I don't really do very well when I first wake up, so I guess that would qualify you as a morning person. Seems a lot of knife people, a lot of older gentlemen get up early. That is not saying that knife people are older, but I'd say on average, knife enthusiasts are a little bit older because they've had time to go through life and then get to where they're to a point where they're collecting and got to have a little money and a little free money to buy extra knives, so that usually comes later in life. But anyway, when I was checking my analytics when I first started the channel, it happened to be quite a few older gentlemen. So I realize now that I'm not the oldest person that's into knives, and that's always good because I feel pretty old sometimes, but I still feel pretty young too at times. So let's start out by me asking y'all what you're carrying today and showing what I carried last night. So last night in my front pocket, I had my black Mystic. I'll tell you what, man, this is slowly becoming one of my recent favorites. The action on it is just buttery smooth. Like, I don't know, there's just something about Kaisers to me that when you get a good one, they just feel right. This one even has those plastic bearings in it, but yet it just feels so smooth. Like, I'm not sure if that's due to the tolerances or what, but the centering is great on it. The action is flawless. It feels good going out and closing. Jimping feels great on it. It's like a laser beam too. It's super sharp. I don't know. I bought it secondhand on Knife Swap, so I'm not sure if it came that way or the guy before me put that edge on it, but either way, I'm appreciative of that edge because it is a laser beam. I have stropped it. Yeah, Kaiser does do something with their action. I mean, that you can see how smooth that just drops. Like, once you get it past that, it just drops. So yeah, had that one in the front pocket. And then, good morning, Doc Seuss. Then I had this again in the back pocket. And I think the reason I like this one is because it's thin. The 8 seems to be quite a bit thinner than the Severn. You can't really tell. I guess you can. kind of see that it's thinner. Good morning, laid off Pete. Glad to see you here. So this one slides right into the back pocket, really good. And it's fun to fidget with. And I just sit here like this all night, walking around. And it gets a lot of action during the night. I don't know how many hundreds of times per night that I just sit here and do this. So a fidget knife is nice to have too. So I usually carry two. One of them is my bigger knife in the front pocket. That's my workhorse. And then I have one in my back pocket that I just, play around with. And use for secondary tasks. This one is not nearly as sharp as that one. This one is not nearly as sharp as this one. So I don't know what happened with the 8, but I need to sharpen it. I mean, it's not dull, but even stropping it a couple of times didn't help, which usually does. Someone gave you a knockoff this weekend of that knife. This is a knockoff. Maybe. Maybe you're talking about the smaller factor. This is the factor 8. Be shady. Good morning, brother. This is the larger version. So I don't know if you're talking about the smaller version of the factor. Probably are if they gave it to you, because this one's $151 and that'd be a nice gift. Did he give you they make multiple versions. They make a Damascus scale G10 or Damascus. Yeah, VG10. Yeah, I've got a VG10 version. Actually, no, I don't have a VG10 version. I've got the, well, maybe I do. I'm not sure. I've got the, hold on, I'm looking now. Because I know I've got a couple of them. Let's see. Factor aluminum, factor titanium. And this is another one I need to carry soon. So this one is the titanium, and I think it's the M390 version, but it might be the VG10 version. In fact, I think this is the titanium VG10 version, so this might be the one you got. But it's quite a bit smaller, as you can see. And then this might be the aluminum VG10 version. The difference between the titanium and the aluminum one, the aluminum one just has a black, this back part is just black. And the titanium one, it's actually carbon fiber. You can see it there. I think this one might be the titanium VG10 version. I would have to go back and look, but so that might be the one you got, or the aluminum VG10 version. And then the Severn is bigger, like the 8. So you can see there the difference with the carbon fiber ejector. Yeah, that's the titanium version, VG10, I believe. So that's cool. Not a bad knife. It's definitely fidgety. And it is titanium. What are you fellas carrying today? I need to carry this Duke sometime. I just put it up since I got it and hadn't carried it, but I like the blade shape of that and I want to try it out. Oh, he gave it to you for working on a logo, huh? That's pretty cool. This one almost has that double clutch, but not really. And it's got some butter action too. I like the Bel Air. The Bel Air, I was impressed with the Bel Air and the Iridium. I haven't liked Kershaw for a lot of years. But I do like the Bel Air and the Iridium. Something else that I took to work were a few more knives that I shot some videos of. Some older knives. This is a Kubi Echo Nest that I did acid washing and stone washing on the blade. Turned out good. This was the first one I ever did. And then I put a mirror edge on it. You can't see, the light's not hitting it right, but it does have a, there we go, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's got a good edge on it. But the blade's so big on this one, it's one of those ones you can just get your finger on, even though it doesn't have a, it's got enough blade that you can just grab the blade right there and flick it pretty easy. The Wizard Forge and MP5 guys, Shank, Neutron, Electrician, Raylight, Land Apple Tie. Man, you carry a bunch every day, don't you, B Shady? There's that one. We'll look at those in just a second. This is the QSP Knives Hornbill. Super cool knife. Like when Ed was showing on his video, I've been really impressed with QSP here as of late. They've produced some really quality knives. Shank. This one is no exception. It's got great ergos, great build quality, nested liner locks, multiple deployment methods. They all work great. Good finger choil. Cool knife. So I had that one too. These are in my little case that I carry. Then I had a cheaper version of a Miguron. This is the Miguron Talism. It's not a talisman. It's a talism. Another cool little budget knife. I believe I got this one on sale for like $26 on Amazon. It's not got the best action. You have to shake it a little bit, but I've not tuned it either. We'll look at all that cool stuff in just a minute. I'm almost done. Then I had Dam Designs Wendigo. This is the Tanto version. They make another one that's just like this called something else. The Cerebus. I've got the Cerebus in titanium. I believe it's the same knife. Skank. Aha, Skank. I got you. Sorry, not Shank. I got you. Skank. I can't see the chat up there very good. Sorry, B Shady. But this Dam Design makes cool knives. I guess that's why Kubi bought them. And then this is another Dam Designs. This is the Gen XL front flipper. It's my banana knife. It has excellent action too. Like the poon on the blade. Your thumb definitely is not going to go past right there because of how big that ramp is. I believe this is the Gen XL. I've got the Gen, which is a little tiny fella. So this, I don't know if I've got the Gen small or something, but I've got a little titanium one that I think is a Gen also. It looks just like this one. Doc Seuss. Oh, you got you a pair of 3 yesterday, huh? Yeah, it's always fun to build a Spyderco like that. I had fun building my shaman like that. I went with the engraved scales and a lightning anode clip on it, but on my on my PM3, I just went with titanium frag and a deep carry gold clip just because I had it laying around. I didn't really do much to it. I keep it. It's one of those Spydercos. You know, some Spydercos on washers don't have the best action, so I have to tune it. I have to sacrifice a little bit of side-to-side play just to get it to close like I want it to. Because if I don't, I can't get it to swing closed at all. So it's got just a minimal amount of side-to-side play, but I'm okay with that. Anyway, I had this also. So those are the ones I took to work last night. Actually, you can't even see the back one there. All right, so now that we got that covered, yeah, I bought this one. I didn't mod it, but I bought the Manix 2. What is all over it? Probably ashes. I bought it with the Meton Boss circuit board, and it's got some kind of weird big clip on it. It kind of matched this knife, so I left it on there. And this is a half serrated one too. I want to sell this one. I don't need it nor want it really. I've got a couple of other Manix 2s that I've got the micarta brown one, the XL, I guess it is. So I'm going to sell this one, but I always keep those to the side for size comparisons. All right, so let's go back and see what we're looking at here. Wizard Forge and MP5 guys. Oh, well, yeah, let's do that first. Wizard guys, Wizard something. Wizard and MP5 guys knives. Oh, I don't even know. Wizard Forge and MP5 guys skank shank. I could probably just type in skank shank. Skank. I know what a skank is, unfortunately. I just wasn't reading it correctly. The jank shank from Tour. Alright, so I'm going to have to go to Wizard Forge. I bet it's on here somewhere. Since everybody seems to use Instagram for knives, and that is not it. Do you have a link to it? Wizard Forge Skank shank. There we go. Handcrafted blades. Ponder the Orb. Let's see what their shop has. Coyote Gremlin. Black Marshall. Alright, let's try the search box that's not there. Looks like they have quite a few knives. I'm betting it's not even on their site. It's probably on the other people's site, which was Oh, you won it from him. That's cool. Speaking of that, I wanted to tell y'all, one of my buddies that pops in here from time to time, his name is Buckaroo Bonsai when he does pop in here. He won a big contest last night on Instagram, and he won everything on this table here, which is pretty wild. It is a bunch of stuff. He thinks it's maybe 5 to 6 knives and all kinds of other stuff. And there's even a McNeese box on this table. But he won all of this stuff in a contest, in a giveaway. Pretty crazy. They spread out to a wide view here in a moment and show you everything on the table. I will try to pause it, but it just keeps going and going and going. All kinds of cool EDC stuff. In fact, there was something on the table from a company we looked at the other day, the Bald Guy or something maybe. So yeah, he got super lucky. It's first thing he's ever won, so that was pretty cool to win. There's another knife. Knives are in the front, I believe. So yeah, that's pretty wild to win all that. Heck of a giveaway. It says prizes will be split into 2 or 3 packages. That's how much stuff there is. When they back out here in a second, you can kind of see all the stuff that he won. Right there. That's all the stuff he won in that giveaway. Pretty wild. Yeah, he's laid off Pete. He might pop in here in a minute. He popped in at the end of yesterday's video and said he just missed it. But he's this guy right here, Northeast EDC. Y'all might follow him also. And he was the buddy that recommended I start reaching out to some other knife manufacturers about, sponsors and review videos. And which leads me to my next thing, which is I got my first nice knife sent to review. No cost to me. It's actually my second. Vosteed sent me a little raccoon cub to review. But this is actually my first nice knife. I'm going to be doing an unboxing of it today when I get done with this video. I've been debating all night and the drive home on whether I was going to open this on the video this morning. And since it's not in a sealed bag and the unboxing is not necessarily the first time you've unboxed a knife, it's just the unboxing experience of a knife. So I think I am going to go ahead and open it and show it to you guys. Of course, I'll be posting it on Instagram to help promote this brand. But my thoughts about this knife, they didn't tell me anything, negative, positive, say anything. I do have a Monster knife, which is the Glideman. The actual one that I wanted to try from them is sold out at the moment, and he said that it will be coming back into stock very soon, and that is the Monster Aurora Rays. It looked more my style than this one does. I'm trying to find, let me see if I can find the Glideman really fast before we get into this video here. Where is the Glideman? Let me get my cheat sheet here. See if I can find it without going through every knife. I thought it was back towards the back. Yeah, it is. It's right there. That was it. Okay. I picked it up a second ago. This is the Glideman from Monster. I bought this one brand new because I loved how it looks so much. It's got the same look as some of the Giant Mouse, kind of, but I really like the blade shape of it. So yeah, that is the Monster Glideman. And this one, since they didn't have the Aurora Rays in stock, this is what they sent. And this is the Urban Grip with the M390 blade. I got the blue tie one with the carbon fiber. There's the model number. They give you a nice patch, Velcro, a couple of cards, the card about the info of it, 3.67 inch blade, carbon fiber inlay. This, yeah, I just like this style of knife. That's why I grabbed it. And then this one was the only other one in stock that I could try at the moment. I would rather have the Aurora. Fuchs, what's going on, buddy? But this is it. Very nice. When I looked at it last night, the carbon fiber is very nice. High quality carbon fiber. Some really bright colors in it. Fit and finish and overall around the insert looks really good. As far as tolerances go and all that. The clip looks nice also. I haven't had it in the pocket yet, so I can't really speak on that. It is a front flipper only. And it does have a nice flat grind. Goes all the way. It looks like it would be a very good slicer because the flat grind goes all the way to the top. There's no billboarding at all. It is M390. This jimping you can't even hardly feel. That's mainly just used for the front flipper. The action on it is pretty good. I've only opened it a few times. It's real easy to front flip though, the way they put the tab sticking up. But I do like the carbon fiber and I do like the fit and finish of it so far. Haven't cut anything with it yet. I'll save that for the review. Yeah. So anyway, nice having a free knife, I guess. I'm not gonna, like I said, it wouldn't have been my first choice. If I didn't already have the Glideman, I would have gotten one of those. And if the Aurora Rays was in stock, I would have gotten it. That's more my style. But this is the one they sent, so this is the one I'm going to review. And yeah, you can't beat a free knife. I won't, like I said, it won't bias me. I've already said that I wouldn't have picked it if it wasn't the only one. But anyways, let's go back up here and see if I missed anything. You'll have to go to B Shady's Instagram if we want to see that knife. So let's find B Shady. And let's see if the Skank Shank, that one doesn't have anything. He said he was carrying that one today. So this must be Monday. That must be the knife, because this looks like, yes, this is all he said he had. Or actually, it probably goes into that. Scout Carry Sheath. There's the dice. What all did he say he had this morning? Skate Shank. There's the Neutron. The Sack Electrician. Maybe that's that one right over to the right of the Neutron. The Raylight Land Apple Tie. Fidget Boy NES sliders are in the middle. Oh, that's probably the Leatherman over there. And the tie dice. I thought that was a Victorinox. Is that not a Victorinox? Maybe not. Ron Dobbins, what's going on, buddy? We're looking at what B Shady's carrying today. Leatherman, Fidget Boy, Pocket Metal, Wizard Forge. Is that not a Victorinox? Am I wrong on that? B Shady? Oh, okay. Which one is the electrician? Did I click on that and not see it? Is that the one with the... I don't see the electrician on here. Is that what the Victorinox one is? Oh, it's 3 picks total for today's stuff. Wow. Oh, maybe I'll go back here and there's more picks. Yeah, okay. My bad. Aha. Now that's probably okay. Now I see the flashlight. And then, okay, that makes more sense. Now I see all the stuff. Nice pick, by the way. Sever 7. What's going on, buddy? What else we got going on in the chat? Everybody just hanging out. Guardian Tactical Recon 35 and the Raylight Pineapple Mini. I love the Guardian Tactical. I love the way they feel. They have a smoothness like no other. My sister has one. I believe she has that exact the 35 also. I want a 40. I like the looks of them, the price of them. Everything's pretty good on those knives. But they definitely feel really, really smooth, and the deployment on them is really great. One of my favorite OTFs that I've felt, actually, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I think if I was going to get one, I might get one to actually carry. I would probably either get a Guardian Tactical or I don't know, maybe one of the zero blade play, the new ones, Gen 3, I guess, Microtechs. But I don't know. Either way, I'd buy them on the second-hand market. And what is the Pineapple Raylight? Yeah, we looked at it before because it's in the search. Yeah, okay. It's a good price on a little titanium flashlight. I might have to pick one of those up. I like flashlights. I believe you got the raw frag one too, if I remember correctly. I don't know how my memory is, but yeah, Drummer 0701. Yeah, that patented ball bearing on the switch is pretty nice. It does feel way different. Um, I had I had shown her one I had, and so she brought hers over. And when I felt it, I was like, "Whoa, that feels different, way different." Uh, I I don't know. OTFs, I like them and all, but since the blades usually wiggle, I just got an issue with that. Ron Dobbins, I sold it last night. That was something else I was going to mention. I sold it. Yeah, I got I didn't like it because of the lock, the ramp when the detent ball was going back onto the blade. I didn't take it apart and want to put a ramp in it to fix it. So I just passed it on. I think I'm going to get a Loxa and try that out, see how I like it, and see if the Loxa is more up my style. I think it probably is. But this is the box I'm sending out to that TC fella who said that his kid would like one of those 3D printed knives, butterfly knives. So I'm sending this out to him today. And then this is the box right here that I'm sending that has the Microtech clone in, the Green Thorn. So I'm sending this out this morning also. I sold my Maverick S, my Christensen Maverick S to a buddy, to the same guy that won that contest last night. And he's actually getting it today, so that's cool. New Knife Day is always cool. I think today I don't really have any coming in. Tomorrow I'll get my laser. So I'm really excited about that. I couldn't have gotten those little test titanium sheets any better timing. I didn't think they would show up before the laser showed up. So now I'll be able to practice on those little titanium pieces and see what kind of pictures we can draw on them. I'm actually going out to breakfast with my mother whenever I finish this video. I'm not going to rush it, but maybe y'all can help me come up with some new topics. I said Masterpiece Monday because I was wanting to look at some customs. But then I thought, man, customs are just out of the price range of most people, and people are more excited about this $26 Miguron than they are a custom knife. So maybe Masterpiece Monday will be like, what do you consider a masterpiece? Like, does a knife have to cost $3,000 to be a masterpiece? Sever 7, I did sell the Annex. I didn't like it because of the way the noise and the way it felt when you were closing it. It didn't have really the double clutch thing going on, but there's a real hard break when the detent ball comes back onto the blade. And to fix it, I would have had to mill or carve a little ramp in. It just makes an awful noise when you're closing it. And I don't know, just overall, I mean, like I said, there was 8 things I liked about it and a couple I didn't. And for that price, I just didn't feel like I needed to keep it. I was able to get back out of it what I had in it, so I didn't lose any money on it. So that's kind of why I got rid of it. I only had it a couple of days, and I usually don't sell knives at all. But when that one cost me $250, and I wasn't just excited about it, I just thought I'd pass it on to somebody who would be. Like I said, I'm going to get a Loxa I know you said you've got 3 on the way, I believe, and you sold one a few months ago. I saw like 3 months ago. You probably wish you hadn't sold that one since you ordered some more, but I think I'm going to wait and try to find an M390 Loxa and check it out. I think it's more my style knife anyway. For the most part, I've heard that the Annex, the green thorns are better than the original. A lot of people said the detent on the originals is terrible. This one did have great detent. I shot a video for the guy that bought it. Oh, you want to buy another Loxa? I thought you said you had 3 on the way. One to mod, one to keep, and one to sell. You know, the price, right now, I don't think the only one available is the M390, I believe. I think the other steel version sold out. So I'm not sure. Maybe they'll make some more of them. I don't know. I'm not positive about that. Let's see what else was I wanting to talk about. Put a link in the chat. Oh yeah, the link was for that giveaway win. I did have another case open here. I can't remember. There was something else I wanted to talk about. It's gonna irk me now that I can't remember what it is. Might have been have to do with the laser, but maybe not. I'm trying to dig through this case. All right. Let's see. We go back, look at some links here that I had in the Discord. Oh yeah, if y'all didn't see yesterday, I'm not sure if this is still available because they only usually last 2 or 3 days on these promo code deals. But this, that promo code site for Amazon promo codes that I've showed y'all has one of those magnetic knife holders for your wall. And normally they're limited to only use on one when you buy them. And this code actually works for multiples. And they come out to be $4.39 a piece for the 16-inch version. They're $22. I know I said this yesterday on the video, but this 16-inch version right here is $22. And it with the promo code that's on this site right here, it takes it down to $4.39, and you can order as many as you want. So they're a really cool way to display knives. They have these knives upside down. You have to put the knives the other way or they'll fall off because of the weight. But they work really great for holding knives. And you can. I bought 3 more. I've got access to a couple of different Amazon accounts, and you can only use the code on one Amazon account one time. So I ended up using the second Amazon account and getting 3 more of them. But I've got one, just for example, let me show you really quick what, I've got one behind me on my behind the couch on the wall right here. And, I don't know, they work really well for, holding knives. I can't type and talk at the same time. I'm sure y'all know what I'm saying. So when I'm sitting there looking at my phone, can't necessarily talk at the same time. Let me see. Why is that not working? IV cam, refresh. Come on, IV cam. Where you at? Am I on the right? Aha, I'm not on the right Wi-Fi network. Come on, phone. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. Connected. IV cam. Good grief. And of course, it's still not finding it for some stupid reason. Because I need it to. That's why. Huh. Oh well. I can show you just as easy. Right here. But this is probably a 16-inch version. And you can see how many knives it will actually hold. Give me just a second. Camera. So this is on the wall behind my couch. And that's probably one of the 16-inch versions. And it's already got 5 knives on it, but it'll probably hold 10. 10 knives. And if you put them that way, then the side of the scales hold the knife up where they won't fall. But they're a really cool way to display knives. And for $4.39, every one of y'all should grab one. If you have an Amazon account, you should grab one. Because they're really cool to sort knives or to just store them or to show them. And you can put these up without putting screws in. They come with the little 3M sticky pads. So you can do that. Or you can mount a couple of screws and then they just latch in. But they're really handy. So I'll throw the link to this promo code. I'm sure a lot of y'all have Amazon accounts. But here's the link to that promo code, and I'm pretty sure it's still working, but if not, just check that site from time to time. Drummer 0701, yes, I would love to do some CAD sometime. One thing that you can do by yourself is go on to tinkercad.com, and it is a free online web browser-based CAD program from Autodesk. Let me log in here. Let me turn this off for just a second. I haven't used it in years, so personal accounts, email there, stay signed in there, 6-digit code is here. Hold on just a second. All right. So let me bring the browser back up. So Tinkercad is a super cool free online CAD program that if you don't want to get, and it will let you do 3D design, circuits, or code blocks. And you don't have to be a student or anything. But I don't know what this is, but let's tinker it. I don't know that I designed that. Oh yeah, I was trying to do a table. I think I was just making table legs for this table. I wanted to see if the tapers were properly done. I don't know what I was doing in this one actually. Yeah, it was something about a wedge shape I was working on, and I wanted to see it visually. This is not how the table would have looked. I was mainly just looking at the bottom of the legs here and how the which sides should be tapered and which ones shouldn't on a table if you had tapered legs, so that they would be square on 2 sides and tapered on the other 2. But Tinkercad is a great program to learn with and to practice with. And you can get pretty much as in-depth as you like to. Some of the stuff, let's see, that I messed around with were a bunch of parts for 3D printers. But as you can see, you can get in here and do as much kind of detail as you want to do with chamfering and making parts. I I've got parts all over this screen. But I wouldn't mind going through some of this sometime with y'all. Maybe we could take we could search for maybe a knife to start with, and I wonder how many people I haven't looked at this site in a couple of years, so so yeah, it looks like a bunch of kids use it, of course, but it's made by Autodesk, so like I said, you can go into it pretty deep. I mean, I've also got AutoCAD and another one I can't even remember. I used to use 3D Max and Maya, and there's one on Linux I used for a while. Yeah, I mean, we could do better than this, but yeah, you can, and that's a big thick. That's something somebody's on a 3D print. That wasn't really a design that. Anyway, Tinkercad is a good place to start. Like I said, it's free. Just sign up. These are some scales that I was going to make for to 3D print for the Vision FG. I wanted to fill in the holes, and that one doesn't look like it's filled in, but it actually is. And these will actually 3D print and fit on a Vision FG. I don't know why those lines are still showing, because that surface is flat. But you can see here how the edges are all chamfered and pivot holes and stuff. So there's another example of the stuff that you can do on here. So you could do anything you want. And moving around and learning all the shapes is pretty cool. And basically, you just deal with shapes and cutouts. So, that's basically when you start building in 3D. You'll learn how to push or pull stuff, and learn about how to make stuff longer or shorter or thicker. Anyway, you'll learn about extrusions and how to chamfer stuff, and so that's that. That would be my if I was going to give you any advice, is go to Tinkercad first, play around with that. Let's see, back to the knives again. What anything else y'all want to talk about today? Anything else going on in the community? Y'all got any cool knives for sale? What's the status of Sever 7? What's your status on your knife? How far away is that? I still think we all should get together in the channel here and design one. Maybe we can do that in Tinkercad and play around with scales and blades and all that kind of stuff. See, there was something else. Oh, I wanted to show y'all a crazy video. Yes, Sever 7, that'd be cool. You're able to post links in the chat since you're a mod. So if you ever want to show everybody a picture, you can upload it somewhere like ImageGur, or the one I prefer is imgbb.com. When you go to imgbb.com, you don't have to log in or anything. It's one of the easiest photo sharing. imgbb.com. It's a lot better than ImageGur just because of the the interface, and you don't have to do anything. So I'm not signed in or anything, but I can just hit start uploading here, and I can pick like my logo and you just hit upload, and it's just done, and it just gives you a link, and you can get a direct link or a viewer link. Just hit copy and you paste it, and boom, you're good to go. And the cool thing is you can get the direct links like this, and it won't show any of that imgur stuff in the background. So this link right here will actually take you just to the photo, full size, with no like borders, no backgrounds, no ads, no nothing. So imgur is cool and all, but there's a lot going on there, whereas imgbb.com is just start uploading, upload a picture, and be gone. And I don't know, I don't ever see this. When you're on the phone, it just has this box, and I'm not logged in or anything. Yeah. And with your phone, it gives you direct image links, like I showed you a second ago, like this one. When you right click and hit open in a new tab, it gives you these links to where it's just the image. Anyway, that's a cool little service. There was something on Reddit that I saved that I wanted y'all to see. Let me find it really quick on my actual Reddit. It had to do with knives. Anything else going on with super dweeb Steve or whatever his name is? Where are my save stuff? All right, right here. Oh, this was one of them I wanted to show y'all and ask what you thought of this. But this was last week, but we can still look at it. The question still remains, what do you think of it? So what do y'all think of this shamanry blade? I'm curious what y'all think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Why did it stop playing? Oh, I guess because I really like the blade. I don't know why he's not leaving it open. So we can see the blade and it's not just a reblade, it's custom scales and everything. There we go. There's a shot of it with the hollow ground blade. Do y'all like that knife? Yes, no, maybe? Nice looking blade. Do you think it should be worth $1,100? Do you think? I mean, that's all subjective, I guess. But that's what he's asking for it, is $1,100. If you're not familiar with the guy, REK Knives is who he is, and Josh, I guess, is his name. Somebody commented down here. Let's see. Yeah, somebody said $700 later in a post, and then he says, for the blade, yes, whole build is around $1,100 though. Then he responded, love your work, but that is not an $1,100 knife. So I don't know. That's a little expensive. Dan Stan, what's going on, buddy? And while I'm here, I want to show y'all, since hunting is kind of associated with knives a little bit, and people that are into knives might be into hunting. Some people might be against hunting. Either way, you'll like this video, whether you're for hunting or against hunting. This video is called You Get to Decide the Shot You Take and the shots you don't take. And this is a prime example of one that I don't think I would take, but this is up to you. So this guy's sitting here with his gun, and there's a deer right there. There's actually a couple of deer, and he decided not to shoot. And I believe he's saying something like, "Go on, buddy. Like, today's your day." And so the deer's like, "Okay, this guy has a nice spirit." So he comes right over to the guy. And the guy reaches out and starts petting the wild deer. So I just thought this was a cool video. Just overall nice nature, human interest piece. Doesn't necessarily have anything to do with knives, but it's just a feel-good story. We need more of that in the news today. So, yep, that was something else I'd saved. Thought that was a super cool video. TC Blades. Good morning, sir. Then, let's see, one more that I saved that I wanted to show y'all. Maybe I didn't save it. Let's see. Showed you the splatter etching one. Oh yeah. Well, I know his name, but Reinvelt. Is it Rein? Why am I having issues with that? What do y'all think of the Damascus, the dragon skin Damascus blade steel? Is it Reinvelt? Reinvelt. He's from South Africa. But crystallized titanium you have to do under pressure, and then that dragon skin Damascus is pretty wild stuff. If you ask me. And this guy puts them together, and he makes some pretty crazy looking knives. He has quite a few posted with that dragon skin Damascus, but that is some pretty wild stuff. I can't think what his name is. Reinvelt. If you look up dragon skin, you'll see his name. It starts with an R, and it's got. Hold on. Yeah, we'll look at it. Sorry, Severus 7. Yeah, this Nebula. He's the only guy in the world that makes it. Well, actually, these two guys, looks like somebody else in South Africa is making it now. Or maybe they got, I don't know. It's South Africa. Pretty crazy, the patterning on it. Pretty wild stuff. I'm not seeing the name that I'm trying to remember. Now it's Shea Forge, but that's not the person I'm thinking about. Yeah, there's his name. Yeah, Rietveld. Rietveld. There's his name. Good grief. I don't know why I couldn't think of that name. Rietveld. Bertie Rietveld, I guess. No, it's Yeah, dragon skin Damascus billets. So you can buy billets of it to build your own knife for $281. So that's not bad for price. That one's only $112. All right, let's look at Rietveld. Rietveld. Thank you, TC Blades. Rietveld. There we go. All right, here's the YouTube video of the render. So I don't think y'all could hear on that video, but here, I'll play it again so y'all can actually hear it.
So we've got a harpoon tanto with this honeycomb milling pattern. It's going to be a faux integral on the back, and this cutout is going to completely change, but that'll be the primary
deployment. And by faux integral, are you talking about like a plate that goes across it that covers the spine, kind of like this? Hold on, I'll show you an example of what I think you're talking about. See if I'm right. Because when you say faux integral, I'm wondering how you're going to have the pieces carved. Or are you going to have like a cover that goes over the back that makes it look solid, like the WE Excite-On has? So the WE Excite-On has looks almost like an integral because it has that cover piece that goes over the back. A full-length backspacer would still show the lines, whereas that doesn't. So I'm wondering what he means by fake integral look, because that's the way you achieve the actual fake integral look, in my opinion, other than just having a full backspacer. I've got knives like that too, but you can see the lines where that one doesn't look like lines, and you just take that out and that goes across both the pieces. I'm wondering if you could do that and get it milled in to where it met up with some of those honeycomb lines to where you couldn't really see it, and do like that across the whole top. This is a cool knife again, another one I don't ever carry. I just got one the other day that had that full backspacer, and I can't remember what it was. What knives did I buy recently? It was one that I said would be good for outdoor use because of dirt not getting in it. It was on one of my videos. Let me look at my gallery really quick, and it'll probably make me remember what knife it is. What was it? It wasn't the Squirrel Master. It wasn't the 8010. It wasn't the Kubi, was it? No, I don't think the Kubi had that full backspacer. Maybe it was the Kaiser. Hold on, let me look here. That's the WE Excite-On. To answer your question, I think I've got that knife with the full backspacer right over here. You can't see your chats? Have you hidden yourself, Sever 7? We can see your chats. Okay, it's not the Kubi. Was it the... Yeah, it's not the Kaiser. I'm trying to look at the knives here that I've gotten recently. It's not the FC. I'm looking through my book of my bag of knives here that I've had out recently. Trying to remember which one had the full backspacer. It wasn't that one. Wasn't any of these. I do not remember, but it was in a video last week where I talked about the fact that it had a full solid backspacer. Yeah. Yeah, I've got sitting right here. Have you gotten the new version of the Squirrel Master? So I've got the two that they came out with. The original one here, and then the one with the curve to it was the second one. Yeah, we can see your chat, Sever7. There's the one with the curved blade. And then the most recent one is this one I just got that I didn't realize was why they call the XL the XL. It's the little cool blade shape. Like, I wish they had this blade shape on the bigger version, but you can see there, well, kinda you can see there the size difference in those two XL ones and the original one. Squirrel Master, I don't think came from, I think you're thinking of the squirrel, like when the cartoon character gets distracted by a squirrel. I think maybe you're confusing that with Squirrel Master. There is an animated movie where the character gets distracted by a squirrel really easy. Can't remember which movie that is. But I don't think he's called the Squirrel Master per se. And I don't know why he picked the name for that knife to be called that, unless he hunts a lot of squirrels and he uses these. You have this one, the second one, the one with the curved blade, TC. They're all super cool knives. This one looks more like the Tommy Chong and Half Baked. There you go. Squirrel Master. The action on these is sick though. I just happen to have those sitting there. I cannot remember. Somebody else mentioned they made a post on Reddit where they loved the Snex Buster, and they had and I busted mine out yesterday again to look at it, but that's the kind of, hopefully tomorrow I'll start practicing how to do that anodization on stuff, the sticker ano. Hopefully I'll be able to offer that service soon to you guys for cheap, and we'll all have a bunch of cool custom knives floating around that I did. Can't wait to get my laser. Oh yeah, somebody earlier, Doc Seuss, was that you that has the laser? I get confused. Yeah, Doc Seuss, I believe you said you're gonna play around with the laser and see what you can do. Yeah, man, you ought to check that out for sure. Here's what I bought. I don't know if you were here. I guess you were here yesterday. The little titanium pieces. They're 100 by 100 millimeter. They're $2 a piece from AliExpress. They're $10 a piece from Amazon. But they just come in these little. They're all individually wrapped, I guess, so they don't like scratch each other. But they come with scratches pre-installed. So they're not, but anyway, I'm going to take and lay these on my bed for my laser, and I'm just going to try to draw a bunch of little pictures, like maybe 9 little color photos on each side, and then I'll sand it all off and try again and try both sides. So I'll be able to test on these hopefully tomorrow when I get it. I bought a cool raised bed for the laser. To help dissipate heat and keep things level and blah, blah, blah. Um, it's making me mad that I can't remember what that knife is that had the full backspacer. I swear it was one I just bought. Speaking of a knife I just bought, the Artisan Cutlery Baskin should be here tomorrow. That'll be cool to look at. TC, your son's box is ready and about to go out to the post office as soon as this video's over. 12 by 24 tables and our CO2 lasers. Nice. I think the bed that I bought for mine is 16 by 16 maybe. I'm not positive. Let me check here. Pretty sure it was 16 by 16. 500 millimeters by 500 millimeters. Oh, it's 20 by 20. It's the bed I got for mine. So that'll be cool. Should be big enough. I've got a printer that I'm putting the laser on that's bigger than that. So I custom built some printers that are pretty big. I got tired of things not fitting, so Still Addicted mentioned how cool the pattern was, the rubbed hand pattern on that Wii XL. Yeah, I can imagine, man. Those CO2 lasers are pricey. You can't. The process of doing ANO on aluminum is a lot more involved, and if you ever look up YouTube videos of guys doing it, they have a whole room devoted to it, and you have to have all kinds of mixtures of stuff. I haven't thought about getting into it just for the sake of I don't have the space for all the stuff that you need. The hand rubbed on the blade is awesome on that knife too. I will show you in just a second a video of a guy that I watched, because I have watched aluminum anodization and it's a lot more complex. The Thug has that same, this one has like a rough pattern, but this one was a custom one, regular Thug. The Thug's a cool knife too. But right here, let's go look at YouTube. Let's see. There's a certain guy I watched that was really good at it, and he had his setup. And I'm trying to remember what. Man, this keyboard. What he actually anodized. Let's see. What, it wasn't this guy. Wasn't this guy. It takes quite a bit more stuff. This might have been the guy.
Hey, I just wanted to shoot a quick video about my anodizing setup. I just started doing this, did a lot of research.
This isn't the same guy.
So I just wanted to go through all this equipment and some stuff I've learned. Here's the results of everything so far. Really nice. This is bronze. I've done two.
I mean, it's not terribly much.
This one was the first one. I didn't let it soak in the dye long enough, and I did not boil it in distilled water, which was a no-no. I kind of forgot that at the time, I believe. But yeah, the second one came out really nice.
Oh, yeah, you have to use a
blemishes
dye.
That I can see. This is just a test part.
That's the main difference.
It was a product prototype, but I don't know if I'll ever make it or not.
Well, this is playing. I'm going to look for that
blemishes,
video
like at all.
on my main account.
Pretty amazing. For the first
See if I can show you the guy that I actually watched
the
setup.
So, here's my setup. I am not using sulfuric acid. I'm using sodium
Sulfuric
bisulfite.
acid.
Or bisulfate.
Sulfuric acid is the way that I watched.
And that's what this is. This is the actual anodizing bath. Let's see. I didn't want to use sulfuric. You know, it's not that hard to get. I guess it depends where you are. Here, you can just buy it in auto parts stores, but
I already have sulfuric acid,
it's a pretty strong acid.
That wouldn't be that hard.
This is acid too. It's, I'm sure, just as dangerous, but it's easier.
Okay,
to
here's the video.
It's a cool chemical is what it is, and you can buy it for very inexpensive.
Let me pause this one for a second, and let me go to this one that I know I've seen before.
Decent rinse.
So
if you want, you can head over to my website and buy
this guy,
Iron Forest Knives here. It's finally time to do an update video on my anodizing process. I've made a lot of changes. I'm getting really good results. And if you guys find value in this video, please like it, share it, and if you want, you can head over to my website and buy a new knife. So let's get started. We're going to anodize these fictives. They are vapor blasted with the glass beads, and they're going to go into the simple green solution. That is just the standard concentration of simple green industrial. They're going to go in there for 5 minutes, and they're heated to 140 degrees. I got 3 different buckets here: post degrease, desmut, post desmut rinse. So I always spray the parts. I usually hold this thing in my hand and spray out all the little holes. That's the most important part, is to clean all the holes out. But after I do the initial rinse, for 1 minute, I dip it into a rinse bucket of water. This helps flush out any remaining chemicals. And
so
then
we'll just watch this for a few minutes.
A lot of rinsing in this process.
And I'll skip ahead a little.
Ruined,
let's make sure here.
Right, then they're going to go to desmut for 5 minutes. This is from Caswell Plating.
So
this is a room.
So far, he's used simple green, distilled water, and desmut. Then he's gonna, I guess, rinse again in distilled water.
Spray rinsing before dip rinsing is really good to make your baths, your rinsing baths, last a lot longer.
Then he's gonna.
I rarely change out my rinsing stuff
go
unless I
into
start having issues.
Anodization.
Then it's going to go to the anodizing bath, and this is temperature controlled to 70 degrees. And I'll show you the method I used to cool this later on in the video. And then I have a calculator, which I will link to, that has how to calculate your amps per square foot. And this is Caswell, the LCD method, which is low current density. With low current density, you get the advantage of much less fumes, and also a much weaker sulfuric acid, so you don't have to have such nasty chemicals and fumes. But as you can see, I have a vent that sucks all the air outside.
Yeah, he runs his vent that goes up under his garage door. It's pretty cool.
So this goes in for, I do 90 minutes. I do a film. I believe I'm doing 6 amps a square foot, which should yield me, I think, and
there's all his dye colors
thickness of anodizing. So I pulled it out of the anodizing, rinsed it. Now it's going into
the anodizing doesn't actually change the color. The dye does when you use aluminum.
Rinse again, and this neutralizer, you really, really want to get it off. This stuff will really affect your dyeing like that.
So
and it's going to go, and this might
rinse again.
But there's no
rinse again.
Results, so a high mix 2 parts. Color them all individually. I could do batches, but then I would be sitting on lots of inventory. All the fast. That way I can do a bunch of parts, a bunch of anodizing before dyeing green. Every dye takes a very different amount of time. Some of my dyes are about 20 seconds. After dye, they get a quick rinse, and then they go into nickel acetate, which is legitimately toxic.
It's toxic.
You do not want to get it on you, and it does build up in your system. So it is.
This book is what he recommends to use.
Using it for a long time, and I just did a hot seal.
But after watching this video of him doing it correctly,
he says
it was just a little too much stuff for me to want to have.
Seal without
I don't have room
using
at the moment.
nickel acetate. I was trying. $100 into than the best.
But aluminum anodizing is super cool.
For gallons is.
But he uses reverse osmosis
Printed
filters.
vent, so I didn't have to
He has
drill
this
a
vent that
giant
goes
hole
under
in
his
my-
garage door.
I designed this 3D printed vent so that I didn't have to drill a giant hole in my brick wall. It works really well. It's only half an inch thick, and I will provide a download link so you guys can print your own. Although the slab maybe controllers probably have to do this wintertime. As my heater, I use right now. I'm just
and there's the
cooling
heaters
my
that he
anodizing
uses
bath.
for the dye, the degrease, and the
You
anodize.
solder them to up really well. They're like amps, but
Heaters,
doing really important in the anodizing process.
different water
to-
sources,
Holding it
his-
down. I have
his
aluminum
anode,
conductation.
and cathode.
But here's what I'm using to cool my anodizing bath. I didn't want to buy a titanium core chiller. They're really expensive and
So there's another part that
seems
you
like
actually
overkill.
need is
So I found this
titanium
pad.
chiller.
It's for injuries. And so I
but he figured out how to cool it
ice chest.
because evidently it heats up.
That while much of a pain. So now I
Anyway,
can anodize a bunch of
check
parts.
out this video.
and
It's
then color
on
them all
Iron
separately,
Forest
and
Knives.
It doesn't take that long.
I'm going to subscribe to him.
So this is perfect for my
But he has
size
a
of parts.
store where he sells his stuff that he
Here is
anodizes.
my racking. So I rack from
And,
the top, and that works for
he's
my
gotten
parts
really
because
good
I'm
at,
moving them a lot.
The process, and if I was going to
And
follow
racking
someone,
is
I would probably follow
really,
him.
really important. If you have bad
The other guy,
connection
you can
to your
probably
parts,
get decent results without using
some parts are going to get more amperage than
sulfuric
others,
acid.
and it'll mess up.
But
basically
it's a
all
little
of
more
the parts.
complicated
The colors
than-
won't be as consistent.
than what we did with the titanium anodization. So, if that answers your question, I hope it does. I don't know. Like I said, I've looked into it. Yes, I have. But I've not actually done it but I do have sulfuric acid and hydrofluoric acid and hydrochloric acid. I ordered a bunch of different stuff because you have to, in order to blacken titanium, there's a couple of different processes. You can heat it up red hot and then dip it in WD-40 or oil to darken it. But there's another process using acid that they use in the factories. And I really like being able to darken. You can't anodize dark, so you have to do that process to get things dark. So knives that you buy that are naturally dark, like that thug that we looked at, just that color, that's done with an acid. It's kind of hard to look up. If you look up darkening or blackening titanium on the internet, you have to go pretty deep into researching it. It's not just a real simple article on how to do it, except for the WD-40 method. The actual good method is a little harder to find, and there's some patents and copyrights and stuff that you can look up and find the actual details with the mixture of how to do it. And you have to mix the two things in a certain order too, because if you put, I'm not sure if it's hydrofluoric acid or hydrochloric acid, but whatever a couple things that you mix, you have to put one of them in before the other, because if you do it the opposite way, it can explode. So it's a little dangerous. And heating stuff red hot and dipping it in WD-40, which is what a lot of people do to blacken titanium or darken titanium, will work great for small parts. But for like scales, they will warp if you're not careful when you heat them up. Having a temperature controlled heated oven is the best way to do it, because you can regulate the temperature. And but trying to do it with a torch, you'll warp your scales trying to do it. So I wouldn't suggest darkening titanium with heat and WD-40 with just a torch, unless you've got an oven that you can set at, whatever, 1300 degrees or whatever it's supposed to be at. So I hope that answers a few questions. I have looked into quite a few different things when it comes to modding knives. As you can probably tell, I'm hoping that my research on this laser was good enough and that I'm going to be getting good results from it. But like I said, we will see tomorrow when I get it. If you don't mind checking out the unboxing of this knife later when I post it today, that would be awesome. I need a few more views on my unboxings. Uh, I wish I would have started my collection. Started my YouTube channel when I first started collecting, because I would have had so many great budget Amazon knives to do reviews on. In fact, I posted a picture to my Instagram showing what my collection looked like before I started my YouTube channel. And it actually looked like this before I started my channel. And I'd say 100 or 150 or even more of those are probably budget Amazon knives that I could have done unboxings for. Kind of like Bees Blades does, it keeps it on the lower end. The whole far end of that table, though, is a lot of Amazon knives. So yeah, I wish I would have got my channel started. I don't do any leather work, Drummer 0701. I do have a kit over here of all the leather needles and threads and stuff. I did a little touch-up stuff on. I tried to sew. I've done a little tiny bit of leather work. I can't really say I've done any punch, like actual leather work, with punching and cutting and sewing. And I've been really interested in that. I have looked into vacuum forming and making a vacuum form machine to help possibly do like Kydex sheaths, but you can do Kydex with just heat and your knife. But I've thought about getting into some Kydex and leather. I will imagine at some point I will get into leather. I've got. Good morning, Ron Crow. I've got a bunch of woodworking tools out in my shop, so I'm rather good at woodworking. So leather just kind of goes in it's next in line after knives, and I've been into guns forever, so I got guns out of the way early. Then I went to knives. I kind of went backwards. A lot of people go into knives and then get into guns, but I had 37 or 38 guns a long time ago. I learned when I was young. Somebody taught me that the two best investments you can make are guns and gold, because they never go down in value. So I kind of started a savings account by buying guns. And before I knew it, I was up to like 37 or 38 guns in my safes and had a nice little savings account, and never really got rid of them either. Kind of like I don't get rid of my knives. I am going to start selling more knives, though. If you haven't joined the Discord, please do so. I would like the Discord to be bigger, and I'd like y'all to be able to see and post stuff in there, possibly selling knives that you have or buying knives that some of the other members have. So the Discord link is on my YouTube page at the top. There's only a couple of links, my Instagram and my YouTube. So if you go to my YouTube page and you look up at the top and it says my Instagram and one more link, the other link is to the Discord. And a lot of people don't think they have Discord or don't have it, installed or whatever. You don't have to install Discord. So you can just click on that link and you can use it from any web browser or any phone, and you can do it anonymously. That's the cool thing about Discord, is it's all hidden and kind of protected. So we can talk about anything in there. It's very safe, very secure. Right now, the Discord server, I've only got a few, but you can do voice and video talk on Discord also, if you're not familiar with Discord. And you can make rooms to where we can all go in and talk through our headsets or microphones. And then you can make different text channels also for chatting or posting. I've only got a few made so far. Let me see which ones. If I can, let me bring up the Discord real quick. So right now, the Discord ones I have are, I've got general knife picks, where a few of us are posting knife pictures daily, especially Ed Durbin. We share all our picks in there. Then I've got a place for links, where I put the link to that knife holder and any other links that I come across. I know a lot of y'all like slip joints, so I put a link to a giant mouse slip joint that I really liked, the Farley that they came out with. And this is a affiliate link. So I actually earned 15% anybody that buys through that link. So that's another reason I posted it, just to be transparent. But there's a 5% giant mouse code on my YouTube. The top of my, it's just Alchemy 5. My White Mountain Knives code is Alchemy 10 for 10% off. But I've got a buy, sell, and trade section where I actually posted that annex for sale. Then I've got a private watch channel for my watch stuff, and a private link channel that I made so I can post links from work that I want to go over when I get home. So that was a funny picture that somebody posted on Blade Binge. I asked which one of y'all this was. Ron Crow looks like he just joined, so thank you, Ron. And TC Blades just posted an awesome looking Momo picture. Thank you for that, TC. But yeah. Still Addicted. What's up, buddy? It's already sold. I need to delete it out of that channel. I sold it last night. Let me delete that post just because. To answer your question, it was the Skank Shank. Let's see. Did you just post the links? Whoops. Knife picks. I don't know where you said the Skank Shank was, but anyway, to answer your question, Still Addicted, it was the noise and the feel it made when the detent ball was going back onto the blade when you close it. I didn't want to take it apart. Oh, that's the Skank Shank with the tatas? Thought that was a different knife. What in the world? Is that really it? That's pretty wild. So one of y'all did post it. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so the detent ball, when it goes back on the blade, it makes just the roughest noise, and the feel of it was terrible. It needs a ramp put in the blade so that the detent ball... Oh, I get it now. That's the Skank Shank. That is a different version of the Skank Shank for sure. That is a Skank Shank. No doubt. Sorry, I'm a little slow sometimes. You have to forgive me. And we already saw the Skank Shank anyway, so I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, just the feel of the detent ball and the sound and the everything about the top when you closed it, it was terrible. Like I said, there was probably 8 or 9 out of 10 things I did like about it, and just a couple I didn't. And since it was rather pricey, and I ordered it instead of ordering a Loxa, I think I'm going to get the Loxa instead. And I think I'll like it better. Excuse me. I think I'll like it better anyway. But I'm going to have to get looks like I'm going to have to get the M390 version, because the other one doesn't look like it's available at the moment. And according to your search, it's harder to find that period. So looks like this is the only one available at the moment. And I think I'll like it better anyway. It looks a little thicker. I like thick knives. Of course, I like M390 better than the S35 BN. And I've heard good things about this knife, of course. I don't know where the other versions are, if they're still on here. AliExpress. Some store may still have the other version with the cheaper steel, but I'm pretty sure they sold out recently when they dropped the price so low. Um, there's one of the regular ones. Sorry. With the S90V blades. So I guess I just wasn't looking hard enough this morning. But I think I'll like this knife better for some reason. I don't know. I just feel like I will. I mean, I like the overall look of it better already. I've just never been a big Microtech fan overall. And y'all didn't see anything I was showing, which is super cool. Yeah, I was showing, I found the S90V version. But the other version that is available right now is this M390 version. And they're both a little pricey. But I just decided $250 on a knife I don't like. I'm done doing that. If I don't like it, I'm going to get rid of it and pass it on to somebody who will. So even though it was just a couple things I didn't like about it, I decided to pass it on. I've heard really good things about this knife, so I'm going to check it out. Yeah, Steel Addicted, I don't know. Like, I'm hoping this one won't be the same way. That detent ball. I mean, like I said, the actual detent and the everything else about it was great. The guy that bought it wanted to see a detent video, so I sent him one. I have since deleted it, but let's see. Where did I put that video? Oh, yeah, it's on my computer here. Let me see here. Videos. Here it is. I think that's it. Hold on. Let me just open the video and show you. Be a lot easier than uploading it to YouTube. I don't know why it's rotated. Oh yeah, that's not it. Aha, here it is. Alright, hold on. Let me get over here and show you the video. Add a video capture, window capture, video player, boom. There's that. Alright, here's the detent on it. The detent on it was great, so. Oh, hold on. I don't think you can hear me. I didn't add the right video capture audio. There we go. And this is when I first woke up last night and the guy messaged me about it, so. I just woke up, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm still half asleep, but. Hold on. You can hear the click. I get it. The detent's great on it. I just woke up, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm still half asleep, but you can hear the click. The detent's great on it. I don't know if you can tell how hard I'm having to push, but it's nice and crispy. Ed, what are you doing coming in here so late, man? It's freaking crazy, dude. I was about to leave 15 minutes ago and you wouldn't even been able to see me. Come on, man. Gotta do better than that. Ed? Dang. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think for your punishment, I want you to sit in the floor. Go sit in the floor, Ed. Excuses, excuses. No, I totally understand, man. I hope you're feeling better, by the way. Yeah, man, I didn't know. That's pretty wild. Sorry to hear that you're going through that. But I guess going through it is better than the alternative, not being able to get treatment. There's always a bright side to everything, huh? I'm the forever optimist, man. I try to find the best in every situation. It's done me pretty good in life so far, so I'm going to keep being that way. Yeah, at our age, Ed, you know, you just take it as it comes. It's definitely subjective. Yeah, that's not very good choices. So, little pain or vision? I'd take the pain too, so. That's something I've been really blessed with is health issues so far. I feel like that could probably change any day now, just from my age, and in fact, I need to lose some weight, but other than that, everything's going good. I think I'm about done today, guys. I'm supposed to go eat breakfast with my mother. She's waiting on me to call her. And, yeah, so I need to do that. And I'm getting hungry myself. Talking about all this health and needing to lose weight made me hungry. So, yeah. I guess we will end this one today, and we will do it again tomorrow. Appreciate y'all letting me check out some of the stuff y'all got. Check y'all bearing with me and sticking through and watching the stuff I showed. Maybe you learned something today. Maybe you didn't. Doc Seuss, make sure to check out that laser, man, when you get a chance, and let us know how it's going. And maybe you can start doing some cool anodization for us too. Still addicted? Brother, thanks for popping in, even though you caught the end of it. There's always tomorrow. Pete, looks glad to see you this morning. You always pop in bright and early on Instagram. I see you in the middle of the night while I'm working. Everybody else that's in here, Sever7, Ron Crow, Drummer, TC Blades, Ron Dobbins, Dan Stan, Be Shady. Y'all all mean the world to me. I appreciate it, each and every one of y'all. Y'all are the reason the channel's cool. It's definitely not me. Y'all are the knife guys. I'm just I'm just a small part of the crew here. So, yep, I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Y'all have a great Monday. Don't let the Monday blues get to you. Tuesday's just right around the corner.